Gravimetric analysis is a quantitative method used in analytical chemistry to determine the amount of a substance present in a sample by measuring its mass. It is different with volumetric analysis. Indeed, the key difference shows in gravimetric analysis, we measure the mass of the analyte, while in volumetric analysis, we measure the volume of the analyte. Therefore, my teammates will go further the explanation of determine the amount of water and carbon dioxide from the compound sodium hydrogen carbonate as our chosen sample through the drying method. What is the purpose of drying method? The purpose is where the compound is then dried to remove any residual moisture. This ensures to obtain an accurate mass measurement during the gravimetric analysis process, followed by correct drying technique that can be done by heating the compound in an oven, for instance, until it is reaching a constant mass. Then, the mass of the drying compound is measured by weighing and calculation by knowing the stoichiometry of the reaction and the formula wave involved that will explain by my teammates soon in this video. Thus, end of a big introduction, let's jump into the theory part.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. In this slide, I will explain about the theory of the determination of carbon dioxide and water in the sodium hydrogen carbonate. The chemical equation that will form in this experiment is 2NaHCO3 plus heat. It will produce a Na2CO3 plus H2O plus CO2. When the sodium hydrogen carbonate get heat, it will produce sodium carbonate, water, and also carbon dioxide gas. This is happen because when the sodium hydrogen carbonate get heated, the sodium carbonate will be formed when the sodium hydrogen is dehydrated, and it will form the water molecule, or the water will form, and it will liberate the CO2 gas. That's all for the theory. Thank you.
And now we will be moving on to the methodology of the experiment. To start, the material required in this experiment is sodium hydrogen carbonate, analytical balance, crucible with lid, Bunsen burner, desiccator, and tongs or crucible holder. The procedure applied to perform the experiment is, firstly, the crucible and lid need to be dry before being weighed using analytical balance. Second, place a known mass of sodium bicarbonate in the crucible and weigh the mass. Third, place the crucible with the sample on a clay triangle and gently heat it. The heating process needs to be continued until the sample decomposes. Fourth, after heating, allow the crucible and its content to cool down in the desiccator. This helps to prevent moisture absorption from the air. And for the last step, weight the crucible with the residue of sodium carbonate and record the final mass for further analysis.
In this slide, I will show you how to do the calculation of this experiment. We have to find the mole and the mass of NaHCO3 and the mole and the mass of the product that is NO2CO3. First, we have the mass of the crucible plus lid is 43.29 gram, and the mass of the crucible plus lid plus NaHCO3 is 48.87 gram. So, to find the mass of the NaHCO3, the mass of the crucible plus lid plus the NaHCO3 minus mass of the crucible plus lid, and we will get the 5.58 gram. So, to calculate the mole of the NaHCO3 mass divided by the molar mass. The molar mass of the NaHCO3 is 84 gram per mole. So 5.58 gram divided by 84 gram per mole, we will get the 0.06643 mole. So to get the mass of the Na2CO3, we have the mass of crucible plus lid plus the Na2CO3 that has been cooled. minus by the mass of the crucible plus lead. So we will get the mass of the Na2CO3 is 3.52 gram. So to find the mole of the Na2CO3 is mass divided by the molar mass. The molar mass of the Na2CO3 is 106 gram per mole. So 3.52 gram divided by 106 gram per mole, we will get the 0.03321 mole. That's all for the calculation. Thank you.
In conclusion, gravimetric analysis is a suitable method to use to determine water H2O and carbon dioxide CO2 ions in sodium hydrogen carbonate. It is also a precise and accurate technique since it requires a precautions where we need to continue the decomposition process until there is no changes in mass. The method that we use in this process is the volatilization method, where there is a conversion of substance into the gas phase according to Dennis Simbarashi Moyo 2022. This analysis include the process of weighing the crucible and lead, weighing the sample of NaHCO3, treat the sample with heat until the sample is fully decomposed, and lastly, weighing the last residue. There is some improvement that can be done, which to weigh both crucible and lead where they were completely dry so that there is no asymptotic error. Other than to determine water and carbon dioxide components in sodium hydrogen carbonate, this technique also can be applied to determine lead in cold combustion, ammonia in urea-based fertilizer, and others.